We have just, of course, finished up the novice semifinals matchups. Congratulations to both Wisdom Academy and Geometric for earning spots in the grand finals for actually a rematch. So that is going to be a lot of fun to see next weekend. But now we have some expert grand finals to the side. First up on this channel, we have the San Francisco Glock versus L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. And I'm, of course, here with Sai. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I had a very productive day, so I'm back here again to be more productive because this game is a game to watch out for. If anybody's watching right now, tell anybody else to come from the other stream. I don't care. This is the game that will be has a lot of beef, a lot of tension behind it. San Francisco Glock versus L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N has been a match that's always had the most fire and most explosiveness to it. I could talk about how San Francisco Glock are currently the top team right now with like literally a 3-game winning streak. So, and L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N on the other hand, they played the quarterfinals, actually semifinals, and then they won quarterfinals against Z9. So that was kind of an upset. But what I really want to highlight that these two teams really played around the Swiss Week 3 and Swiss Week 2, my bad. And this was a crazy game. We're talking about Glacial, we're talking about Jazza against Trigger, Target Acquired, and Juro. These two sniper matchups or DPS matchup are one of the most best DPS matchup I've seen in this tournament. So keep your eyes out for these two players. And of course, we have Pascal here joining us in San Francisco Glock. There was rumor that he wasn't going to really join us early on. That was a big bummer. That could have meant that L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N would have had a really great chance of taking this and making it another upset, potentially make it to the finals. But now I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think Pascal we were expecting for him to not be available due to his priorities on Team Kratos. But I guess at the last second, he became available. So he is now here in the lobby. And honestly, I was been preparing this whole time to talk about how, even though Pascal isn't here, don't say that it's over for SFG. And now I have to find myself trying to figure out, okay, well, now that SFG is at full strength, what chance does L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N have? Because now SFG's chances of winning this game just went from maybe like 40% to probably closer to 85%, I would say.
Oh, that's a big jump. But then again, you can't really count out our L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N group right here because there are a bunch of talented players. Like I said, not only their DPS lineup were Target Acquired and Juro, they even have really good Zenyatta player like Corange. We've seen Corange multiple times on Zenyatta, and even Lupical has a share away of the bloodthirsty support playstyle. So don't count them out just yet. They might just give us another upset, but we are loading our map right here. Lijiang Tower Garden. This is a map I love to watch. There's usually a lot of teams like to play ball here. Ball and Sigma gets a lot of value, but looks like none of the teams right here will be picking it up. They're sticking on the Reinhardt and the Winston. Now we do have a pause coming out. Looks like just a momentary.
All right, and now they're
pause.
Just for a moment. I'm not sure what pause for the cause means. That's what they put in chat. But if there is a good cause behind that, then all for it. Good job. Yeah.
But look at this though, Divided. We have Joshua on this Reinhardt and Nova on this Winston. I've actually seen this Seeds composition go into this expert meta a couple of times. Especially a lot of teams like to play this. They kind of like play this weird brawl / hybrid of dive. And look at this, all the tracers are now trying to go to the point, scout them out, and we'll be seeing a lot of brawls shortly.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing, this is sort of a meme comp, but sort of also not a meme comp coming out from SFG right now. L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N coming out with a much more traditional comp, the Hog Sigma, as they try and tiptoe onto the point. But as of right now, SFG got there a little quicker, and kicks have been traded out. Glacial down by Lupical, but Jetpick got a nice poop kill on the Deadlock. So no Reinhardt now, and I'm not going to say that name. It's Jazza. Jazza gets wins a Tracer 1v1 against Juro. But Target Acquired gets Joshua in response. So Tracer just going back and forth, and neither side has really taken advantage of the point. Now they force EOC off, and SFG is going to take the point as of right now. The window comes in, oh boy, Deadlock not having a very good time. Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N is going to try and push back in once again, but now it seems like with the picks coming through for SFG, they should be able to stabilize here.
Yeah, they should. This should be a very soft reset. We see Deadlock swapping onto the ball, and I like how SFG are playing right here. They're waiting for the Hog hook to come out. When Hog was on the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, when the hook came out, they engaged full on using the Winston, and now we're seeing another Arch Shatter coming out, just
nice shatter
everybody.
from Joshua, but Lupicle's trans is there in response, and now actually picks are coming through on the other side. I'm not sure if they were expecting Lupicle to get that trans up so fast. Target acquired with a nice double kill on that McCree. Deadlock, who swapped onto the Wrecking Ball, is doing a very good job of confusing Team SFG, and now looks like Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N takes a point back, but 53% was gained for
Yeah, that's a good amount of
Glock.
percent. If you're Glock right here, you waited out, played around the entire team, and now this is where things start to get a little scary. Look at how many ultimates are from the side of San Francisco Glock. They could easily just initiate with either Jazz's Pulse Bomb or even Nova using the Primal Rage.
The
Ooh,
window
Flux
comes out first, but here's the Flux from EOC. Nova is just gone. I don't know what happened to him. He jumped off the map. He uses Primal too. Oh, that's disastrous actually. The rally and mines come out from Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N now, and Joshua is kind of off in a corner by himself, but he gets a nice spin on the Deadlock. Target acquired is going to get the pick onto Glacial, and now the kills are flowing. Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. An unfortunate mistake on Nova's part, and looks like Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N is primed to take the lead on percentage.
Yeah, and with that play, that was a really unfortunate play, as you talked about. I think they wanted to jump away from EOC's Flux right there, but now Nova switches over to the Sigma. And if you're Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, you're feeling amazing about this, because look at Lupicle's ultimate right here. Even if Sigma gets a Flux early, Lupicle will be easily able to avoid that or just keep their team sustained by using that Transcendence. Other than that, not really any ultimates from the side of SFG. This might be a really hard retake.
Oh, Deadlock can't quite get out. The Sigma Shield was just a little bit too late. So now SFG has a 5v6 to work with. They're going to walk in, but target acquired is the High Noon waiting for them. Nice kiting on the side of SFG to make sure that didn't get any value. Now Jazza gets a nice dynamite kill on the K-Orange, and honestly, Lupicle using the Transcendence, I think, may have been a little bit overzealous here. 90+% for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. They can't be too disappointed with that, but SFG takes the point right back.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned Lupicle's usage of Transcendence was definitely way too optimistic right there. And now look at this. Nova is 58% to the Flux. The Flux will be a huge deal breaker in this next fight, because if Nova could build it up where EOC also will have a Flux ready, they could just basically counter each other's Flux or rock him out or something like that. But the main ultimate to really look forward to is Jepik's Beat. Jepik's Beat will either save or break the team.
Mines have come out early, and it just forced them off the point. Majuru gets a beautiful pulse bomb on the Jepik. No beat available for SFG. The shatter comes out from Joshua, and it is good. Glacial gets 3 picks, but Deadlock is returning them. Glacial actually gets a 4th on this McCree, doing an incredible job, but is it going to be enough? Deadlock is doing so much work. Jepik is back, and he has the beat down and actually gets the poop onto EOC, onto Deadlock. EOC manages to take himself out. However, during all this chaos, Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N has flipped the point back. All they have to do is clear off SFG, but it's looking like that probably isn't going to happen thanks to the window from Pascal.
This is very risky if you are Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, this is last fight territory, and your team is not even respawned properly. No ultimates from the side other than Orange, and I don't think Rally will be really a big deal. But what could save the team right here is Lupicle's Transcendence, if he could build it up and even stay alive during this entire next fight.
K-Orange has the rally, so everyone's looking very good. Lupicle with a beautiful pick on the Glacial. The Bloodthirsty Zenyatta doing a lot of work, but Joshua has managed to take down target acquired. But now the pick's coming in for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, and they have swapped the point. Jepik needs to get back in touch, but he is not able to do so. EOC takes him down. The picks continuing to come through for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. The mines are blocking their entry. It's now just the echo of Glacial. And that's the first first round of Nepal going to Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N.
Wow, definitely I guess, an upset coming out. We were talking about how even with JPEG, the Glocks might have a really, dominant performance coming in, but it didn't really look like that. I think both teams performed quite admirably. Yeah, it was quite close, and the key players that really started coming out on top is Lupico, the person I kept saying, like getting those huge picks starting in the last fight, and even building those trans up so fast. It just gives your team so much survivability in any fight. But now we are back in Control Center, and this is Junkrat Haven, and the only team that has Junkrat currently right now in their team lineup is SFG. So they might just come out on top in this skirmish, the first skirmish we will be watching.
Drew has swapped over onto the Mei, but it's just going to be so tough to deal with that spam damage that Glacial is going to be taking out. Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N has opted to step back, and Deadlock with a massive pin all the way back, and Jishua is down. That is some MTV kind of stuff if you're looking at it, but that has forced everyone up, and now Deadlock goes down. So overall, the advantage to SFG. Does Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N manage to get the point, though? Glacial and Pascal both down, so this is actually a very even fight for both sides. Now it's just the D.Va and the Lucio for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, so it's looking like a very ballsy play from Deadlock, but Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N will end up losing out on the point.
Yeah, it was a good play from the side, and I have to give credit to Juro for splitting up the team of San Francisco Glock so nicely there. But the pin just did not connect where Deadlock wanted to connect. They wanted to connect it at the very corner of the turn, but ended up going all the way to the back plan, and that really cost the healers from the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N their life. Lupico and Corinch went down early, and once you don't have any of your healers, you're just going to lose the fight no matter what. And now look at this, all these ultimates from the side of San Francisco Glock, but none from the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N.
Yeah, this is going to be extremely difficult. I mean, if you're SFG, you're just gonna back up into this window. Actually, quite smart. They're gonna rotate all the way around to make sure the window doesn't happen. Does FSG see this coming? They do. Oh my gosh, the long range fire strike gets Lupical. But here comes the shatter from Deadlock. The immortality field from Pascal was massive. There's no way that I think it was Glacial survives without that.
Yeah, and it's again this Junkrat spam that's coming out from Glacial is really what's winning them right now. The reason why Junkrat is so good in this map, because you have small corridors and just doorways like there where Junkrat could spam from halfway across the map and just keep them intact right there, and you just can't deal with that spam damage, especially against Reinhardt. So now Juro's Blizzard has to land it all here, or else they don't get any value.
Glacial gets another early pick, though, and a second with the tire. It's already a 4v6 in favor of SFG, and EOC manages to take one back, but overall, this is looking like a decisive round victory here on Control Center for the Glock.
Yeah, definitely, because I don't think nobody even has any resources to touch the point right now, even if they
Deadlock gets there.
Yeah, Nova is just going to use their Graviton Surge. Oh my god, that was like a mile off. I don't even know what that was. I thought they were going to use it just to keep everybody at bay and then clean them up, but looks like
that's several picks for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. This isn't quite over yet. We have 3 players still up for SFG, and there's no healers there for them. They have both tanks and the DPS, and Target gets both on the Tracer. Oh my god, they almost C9. That was so close to C9ing. But SFG get the miracle play and take the point back.
It's going to be a steep climb divided, because they have to literally not lose a single fight. They have to play this entire round perfectly from now on to get this build up. And look at this Juro. I think this Doomfist pick is kind of nice. I like it. It's a surprise pick, and you could easily burst down people. But look, they're just using this teleporter to go behind and blow them up.
A little bit over aggressive there. I wonder if they were maybe expecting the beat to come in a little quicker. But both Deadlock and Juro are down. Jishua coming in with hammer swinging. And it's looking like this should be a pretty easy retake and eventual round victory for the Glock, taking us to a decisive Gardens, unless Drew can pull off something crazy, but no.
Yeah, just to let you know, right? Deadlock actually tried to do a 360 shatter right there. I don't know if anybody caught that, but he definitely tried that. But very interesting round. We saw first Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N playing so nicely. They looked like they were patient in Garden. They were playing patiently. They were waiting out ultimates. It just looked like they were in sync. In this map, however, when it came to Control Center, they just seemed so out of sync. Things just didn't connect. Maybe it was just not their map.
It
Maybe
might
they're
be
just not
partially.
good at.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if they wanted to play Ryan, they probably would have had. Excuse me. They probably would have had Pooter Scooter playing. That's kind of their Ryan person. But they were forced in the Control Center, which you really can't. Not play Ryan into. They're now gonna go back into the Sigma Hog that got them so much success on. No, that was Gardens. This is Night Market. Yeah.
Yeah, but now look at this. From the side of SFG, they have a Symmetra, so they'll go to the point much faster than that. And you know, Hog is kind of a really weird target where you can't really get any value when they're all set up in the point right here like that. Like maybe you could walk up, try to get a hook, but that's very risky. Like you have to take so much damage from all these people, all the poke that's coming out. Now he's gonna get caught out.
Yeah, beautiful wall there from Glacial to patch out Deadlock, and now without your Roadhog, I mean, that's just like all of your point presence gone. Juru goes down as well. EOC needs to back out. This is now SFG pushing in, and they're gonna look for more. They're gonna look for more kills here.
And now, usually hog feed composition works really well in payload maps and escort maps because you're always sticking to the payload and you know where the enemy will be. In control maps, however, it's not really the best choice because everybody just sits, you know, tight at the back of the control point, and it's harder to get these picks or point pressure without taking poke. And I'm talking Nova gets an opening pick right there.
You can't just let your Brigitte die like that to the Sigma. I mean, there's not really much else to say. I don't know what happened to K Orange, if they got caught out of position or whatever, but that is, I mean, that's just the fight.
And you have to understand, this is the expert level division we're talking about. Everybody here is quite a high level player in this game. So when they're playing as a team and you're playing it at this level of gameplay right now, you can't really afford to make these small granular mistakes that you might get away in lower ranks. They will catch you out and punish you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Juru has swapped now onto the Echo, trying to get some damage in from the side. A lot of very split play coming out from Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. K-Orange is down, but that is a massive Gravitic Flux from EOC. It gets through 2, and the side is split. Shishua has fallen off of the map. That's really unfortunate, and now the Blizzard is nullified by the Transcendence from Lupical, and now it's just the Mei and the supports. This should be Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N finding the point, but that's a solid 80+% already. And now, no, SFG wants to fight this with the Symmetra turret and with the window. Dishua has found 2, but the kills are still coming in. So Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N flip it, but that is 96% to SFG, and they have quite the pool of ultimates to pull from.
And if you're Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, that recontest, you're happy about that because guess what? The window got invested from the side of SFG, and that's a really big ultimate. Now, if you're looking at the ultimates from both teams, they have 4 ultimates on board each side, and there's some explosive ultimates divided. We're going to see a very messy and bloodthirsty fight the next fight. The main person you want to watch out for is Target Acquire. If he could click heads, he could definitely make things work right now.
I don't know if it was noticed, but Jazza did actually mess up his teleport there. They were probably trying to get straight up on the point, and it just didn't happen. He does use his ultimate here, but it doesn't end up doing much. Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N just kind of goes out of the way. Juru is going to use the... Oh, no, with the... Oh, but the shatter from Jishua is better. Glacial goes down, but K-Orange is traded out. Pascal with the pick on the EOC. Pascal with the second pick now on the target acquired. The picks coming in for SFG once again. It's now just Lupical and Deadlock on the point, and this should be SFG taking the point back. And unless something crazy happens, this should be the first map going to SFG.
Yeah, and looks like there is a recontest coming up. I don't know if they could really make it. UOC falls so early. I was just going to say, unless Target Acquire makes a miracle happen, we're not going to see another recontest. And just like that, I think SFG really take this match, or like this round at least, this map, with a really convincing aggressiveness that we've seen. Like, they know they want to take this aggressive fight, they want to get up and personal, they want to recontest all the time, and you could see why this team does this. They are confident in their players, and they know they could do this. There were, even though they messed up that symmetrical teleport at the very end there, it didn't matter. They wanted to commit to the fight no matter what, and that's what you really need as a team. Even if it's a bad play, if everybody is committing at once, and they know their target and they're at sync, that's what really gets you ahead. Sometimes some picks come out, something happens, somebody will fall off the map. Usually it's better to just go in, even in a bad play, all together, rather than just splitting up and like hesitating. So I could definitely commend SFG for that. L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N looked strong, but I don't know, it just feels like a lot of the weight is being lifted by either the DPS player or the support players. Like, the tank play is there, but there are just so many weird positioning mistakes, or even ultimate users coming out from the tank lineup, that's really holding them back. I think if L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N just keep talk as a team, kind of have a mental reset, and go at the next game with a much better ultimate tracking and communication to how they want to utilize his ultimates, and I think they'll do much better, and they have a chance against San Francisco Glock.
Yeah, I mean, this is really coming down to if L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N can deal with the sort of individual skill that SFG is bringing out right now. And they do a pretty decent job when they're playing those Sigma-based comps. But they were just completely outmatched when it came to the Rhine composition. So when they're picking their hybrid map here, they probably want to stay away from that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, that means we probably won't be seeing King's Row. Or if we do, we'll probably be seeing some swaps.
Yeah, if they pick King's Row, I think Pooter Scooter needs to come back in the lineup. It just feels like maybe Deadlock is not as comfortable with this Reinhardt pick. And I'll assure you right now, if King's Row goes live, Joshua and Nova will win out that entire Ryan Zarya scenario. But as we were saying, divided, we're not going to see a King's Row. We're more so seeing a Hollywood. And I like this pick coming out because I don't know if L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N noticed right now, but they have a fantastic double shield, it's double sniper composition. They're both players, Target Acquire and Juro, are a excellent sniper player. Target Acquire is nuts on the Widow, and Juro is really good, and the Hanzo. Same goes to Glacial and Jazza too. So I think Hollywood would be a much better pick coming out from L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, because they could utilize the sniper players by using the high grounds from Hollywood. They could utilize the double shield into the narrow corners and narrow hallways that you have to push through and it kind of break through. So I like this pick right here, and I think this is where we're going to see Deadlock staying on this Orisa and just providing a lot of poke and a lot of damage. L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N playing that, and I just want to see if San Francisco Glock could just step up to that same role and beat them in their own game.
Yeah, this is a key map here from L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. I mean, they're only down 1-0 in the series right now, but on this map pick of Hollywood, that tends to favor the kinds of comps that they like to play and they excel at. I feel like they really need to come out on top here. Going down 2-0 is tough. Going down 2-0 on this map where you should be winning compositionally is even worse.
Yeah, and even when we were talking about individual talent too, I think they have a great shot at taking Hollywood, and they will be attacking first once it was their map pick, losers map pick. So L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N did pick this map. Well, however, San Francisco Glock get to pick the side they want to either defend or attack, and they wanted to defend first. So this should be interesting, but we don't really see Deadlock on this.
No, Deadlock is actually Deadlock could very much change. So, and he probably will. Yeah,
and look at the other side though.
Yeah, SFG is coming out with a comp that honestly is kind of looking to mirror what L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N tries to run. So, L.O.V.E.M.U.F.F.I.N needs to come out on top here. to have any chance in this series, I think.
I think this is a very interesting composition. Joshua being on the hog, like that gives a lot of pick potential for your own team. Also, on top of that, it kind of puts this other team in a weird position where they have to always be aware of their line of sight. But the thing is that they're playing double shield, so unless they could like decimate the shield, which they're doing right now, they could easily get the hooks and look for a potential pick. But that's still,
Juru gets, I think, dinked there by either Jazza or Glacial, and is not good. But and Jazza wins, so Sniper 1v1 first up against Target. Juru goes down as well to Joshua, and with the DPS losing their respective duels, it's just kind of get out or die for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N.
Yeah, and now they have to just kind of leave this position, walk back and taking damage as they do so. But I think I like the pick, the Baptiste slash Zenyatta pick here. It's also like a lot of range damage, a lot of safety coming out. But if you're running a sniper composition, right, especially target acquire on this Widow, you might just want to swap up to that Mercy, because it just gives you such an advantage and damage boost. Not to mention, if you get picked off early like they did, target acquire did last fight, your Mercy could just res you easily.
Oh my god, what a hook from Joshua. Are you kidding me? Picking Juru out from the air, but it's returned. I don't know if it was Pascal or Daddy or frick. Jazza, who got hooked there. But but the kills are returned, so Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N is very much in this fight. Deadlock going down the Glacial, though, does not help things at all. Now the advantage goes to SFG. But the hook again from Joshua on the EOC. It's not going to take him down, but he's very much proving his dominance on this Roadhog pick right now. Almost, I think, got Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N gets forced back once again. And with the exception of the window, okay, Target getting a pick on the Glacial is good. They might just push right back in here. Pascal picked up by the Immortality Field and gets finished. So great job. Jazza, however, gets the pick on to Target. So it's still anyone's game right now, but Jepik goes in a little bit too far with the Valkyrie. Lupical and Juru pick him off. Here comes the lift from Nova, but it's kind of into what's looking like a lost fight. The picks are flowing right now for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N.
Yeah, and this should be really the take right here for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. It was kind of weird when I was looking at EOC using that flux just to, it was just solely to kill Corange right there. Yeah, I mean not Corange, Pascal right there. It was interesting, but looks like now they're back in the flow again. This is where Target acquires Widow will really shine. This is where they have all the line of sight, all the high ground they could utilize to their advantage. But I do want to say Jepik's Mercy has been getting a lot of value here. So I think Corange and Lupical will be staying on this Zenyatta, but I think a Mercy would not be a bad choice right here, especially the fact that you have Juro on this Echo just flying around, giving a lot of mobility.
Yeah, Juru comes in and picks off Jepik, but it is traded off. Jedlock kind of caught out in the middle of nowhere right now as he pushes back, but Lupical, the bloodthirsty Zenyatta, takes out Jazza and gets the pick onto his other side, Pascal. Incredible play from the Zenyatta of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N.
Yeah, just really popping on right now. But other than that, Jura just gets picked off right away. This is the second time they're getting picked early on.
She was whole hog, and now K Orange is going to put in the window, but not really in much of a position to take advantage of it. There is used to melt down the Bob, so Jazz's Bob goes down, but Glacial, who has made the swap onto the Tracer, is taken out Widow and has taken on a second on the K Orange. Now SFG push up. They've won this fight.
Yeah, that was a decisive win, and it wasn't as expensive as it looked. The only ultimate that was invested right there was Nova's ultimate. Now, Jepik, Pascal, and Glacial are looking to build another ultimate. Glacial has actually been a very, very big nuisance for this team of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. right now. They've always been on target acquire, locking onto him, like not giving him any chance to really position themselves and take shots as they're doing. And Lupical also has to watch out for Glacial left and right. And oh my god, that's a huge pick.
I don't know if they were expecting the Roadhog to take the elevator like that. Pascal was just sitting there, and Deadlock was ready. Oh, but Joshua with a nice hook on the K-Orange takes him out, but it is not enough. He gets taken out himself. Juru with a nice 2K. Jepic, however, has managed to find the the res. But the team comes back, nicely done. But it's Jazza, though, who finds Juru. This is such a weird playstyle coming out from SFG, forcing Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N to pick their battles, and they get taken out.
I'm pretty sure Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N are not taking. I can't tell if they're taking this seriously or not, because I don't know if you're watching. After Jepic got that res right there at the back line, Lupico was caught out, and then we seen a Flux come out from EOSC trying to save Lupico, and then Lupico on top of that trends. So that's two key ultimates that they just lost trying to save somebody that didn't even really matter at that point. They could have just easily reset, and now this fight might just go from the in favor of SFG.
Two quick picks, though, coming out from Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. Very good start to this fight, looking a lot more traditional than the one before, but two picks traded right back. Deadlock manages to get the pick onto Jepic, so decent stuff, but Bob is in position to do so much work right now. Lupico goes down. I don't think there's much that Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N can do. They're kind of caught in the canteen. No one can even touch the point. And that is round one, I think, a pretty disappointing attack if you're Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N.
Yeah, and again, I really think this they could have taken this second point really easily if only they had Flux and Transcendence available to them. I don't know what that skirmish was at the very back, behind bank right there. It was really weird.
It was really weird. It kind of all started with Jepic, who decided to fly all the way back there to get the red on the Joshua.
And then Jepic pulled out their gun and started trying to look for a kill on Lupico. Then you see a Flux come out from EOC and a Transcendence. Like, if you're Jepic right now, you're so happy about it. You just got a res and then wasted two crucial ultimates. Like, we're talking about ultimates that literally win team fights. Just taken out from the team of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. And it was just really a very bad and unconsidered play from the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, because guess what? A next fight comes in, they don't have a Transcendence available for Nova's Flux, and they don't have a Flux on their own to get any kills to set it up, even a win condition for the fight. So I think if they really consider these ultimate usage that I was talking about before this match started, I was saying if they polish these ultimate usages up, especially from the tanks, and just play around positioning around ultimate economy, they could win this, but doesn't look like they're really going that path.
Yeah, interestingly, Nova's going to be walking out on the Zarya here instead of potentially a Roadhog or a Wrecking Ball. I'm not 100% sure how to think of that one. Obviously, it can do a ton of damage if charged up well enough. But now, here we go. SFG have decided to take the staircase up to the high ground, but get hit with some sticky bombs from Juru, so that's going to force them to back up a bit, and Lupico has found Jepic out, but on the other hand, Nova has found EOC. So, not a ton going on either side, and there goes Jazza winning the 1v1 against Target Acquired once again. He gets rezzed, but Jazza makes him pay, and gets a second and third from Jazza. That's the kind of pop-off potential that we've been looking for.
4K coming out from Jazza, just playing it so clean, and it's just like, it really comes down to Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N gets the opening pick, right? You literally kill the enemy team's Mercy. That's a huge pick. But then they just get so overconfident, kind of overstepping their line right there, killing themselves eventually.
Oh my gosh. The nano onto the Zarya to pick up the Echo in midair. That's so funny to me. But K-Orange is there with the res onto Juru, so it's not... I don't know if that was necessarily worth it. We have a sort of Echo v Widow fight going on in the canteen. There's so many individual skirmishes going on right now, and people are getting traded out. Nova and Juru, notably, have traded each other.
I'm so interested to go back and do a VOD review in this game and go through the Steam stream and just see people talk about how this is a quick play match, because this is what really play feels like at this point. Like, not really a lot of team synergy coming out from either team. It just feels like they're messing around at this point. But other than that, look at Lupical popping.
Lupical has been doing so much for the team right now. Now, EOC with a big lift is going to allow Love.Muff.F.I.N to stabilize right now. They have to hold this corner for 4 minutes. Not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult.
And look at how close the cart is too. Like, pretty close. Literally just has to go around the corner, and you're there close to the golden box of victory. But the ultimates we have to look out for is Nova's Graviton Surge here. If Nova lands a huge Graviton Surge, this will be all. It's just that they need to kill Lupical before they even try that, because the Transcendence will be available to counter that grab. Oh my god.
Yeah, the duplicate comes out from Glacial, but Deadlock is the better Roadhog in this exchange. Taking out Past Gold, most of the healing from SFG is gone, and so is Jazza. Nova trades one out, but target acquired. Now feeling himself a bit on the Widowmaker, has walls up, and that's a double kill for him. It's another fight when coming out for Love.Muff.F.I.N, sorry, but it was a pretty expensive one.
Yeah, definitely expensive, but I did like the patience coming out from the side of Lupical. Everybody wasted their ultimate. I mean, not wasted, used their ultimate other than Lupical right here, and it's just such a crucial thing, because guess what? Now they have that Transcendence ready for this potential grab that might win the fight.
Oh, here comes the grab, though. Lupical will have the Transcendence to counter, but he ends up falling off of the building afterwards, actually. This is actually massive because the tanks are antied, and now all of the picks are coming in for SFG. The payload is creeping closer and closer to the end of the map, the end of this second map of Hollywood.
Wait,
SFG,
can somebody touch this? I don't think they can.
Juru is there, but he gets slept.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, okay, Deadlock is there. Deadlock is there with the touch, but Juru is immediately down on that Echo. All the picks come through, and yeah, this is going to be SFG with a fairly easy victory on Hollywood and going up 2-0 in the series.
So now we talked about, you highlighted, right, divided at the very beginning, how this should be a win for Love.Muff.F.I.N coming here. This is a map that they, what they love doing, double shield, double sniper, really thrives and gets the most value out, but it just didn't seem like, again, they're in sync. A lot of the times, poor ultimate choice and just the timing that they want to use it for is just ridiculous in so many senses that you're not, it feels like this team of Love.Muff.F.I.N are not thinking ahead when it comes to winning fights or even taking on fights, where SFG seems so strong. They look like a very stable team. They know what they're doing, and that's the reason why they're the top seeding team at this current moment. So I was hoping more that Love.Muff.F.I.N would learn more from the first map that we've seen, the mistakes they made in the very first map, and kind of go on from there, adapt and reenact that adaptation. But doesn't really look like that. They're still making these very weird plays that you should not be seeing at this level of gameplay for Overwatch. So I think, again, we're not out of the woods yet, guys. It's still only a 2-up, but Love.Muff.F.I.N are known to bring back games beforehand. I talked about how they played SFG on Swiss Week 2, and they brought that map all the way to the fifth map of the game. So don't let your hopes up. I think they could bring it back if they actually polish themselves up. And talking about bringing back maps, this is the map they really popped up the last time I've seen him. Rialto was one of the craziest map I've seen coming out between SFG and Love.Muff.F.I.N. I want to see that again. The target acquire, Juru double sniper versus Glacial and Jazz's double sniper.
Yeah, this is going to be... Yeah, I mean, this is like the double sniper map right now. This is absolutely no surprise that Love.Muff.F.I.N chose to come here, because there's so much high ground for potential snipers and flankers to take advantage of right now. Yeah, and like you said, this was last time these teams met. SFG did go up 2-0, and Love.Muff.F.I.N brought it to a map 5. It's sort of coming down right now to if SFG will be able to close it down early, or if we're in for a repeat.
Yeah, that really comes down to this right now. They did pick defense first, so it's attack from the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N again. This really looks like Pooter Scooter is not playing today. Interesting enough, like, I
Yeah.
was hoping to see them play more or see some switches swaps coming out, but looks like they are sticking to this team composition and the team lineup they really favor of right now. Juro and Target Acquire on their signature champions right now. Target Acquire on that Widowmaker, Juro's showing off on that Hanzo. Let's see
Yeah.
if they could out damage and out pick the opposing DPS duo Glacial and Jazza.
All right. I mean, this is it right now for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. Their League 0 lives on the line from here on out.
This is do or die. Like, this really is.
Very much do or die. EOC gets on top and gets a pretty nice rock, but ends up getting forced off by Nova on the Zarya. Has kind of given up the Reinhardt, the high ground. Ugh. And Target Acquired opens it up with a nice pick on the Jazza. The res is there, so it's not quite over, and Deadlock getting oh so low, but it's actually Juru who falls first. Deadlock will follow, and now just like that, Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N forced back.
Very interesting enough, I'm still considering why they are running this hog pick, right? So the hog feed pick works really well on pick compositions, right? When you're playing around little corners and stuff like that. And I said that in escort maps it's a good pick, but not really on Rialto when you're going up against a high damage characters like Glacial, who's running the Echo, and Jazza, who's on that Ashe. So you're going to get antied by Pascal. They're going to burn you down, and it's just no answer from your side because a Sigma shield is just not enough to block all the incoming damage from different points of views.
But Target Acquired taken down early from Glacial, and Deadlock follows right after. I mean, they just kind of sat in high ground and brawled for a minute, and eventually it just seemed like Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N ran out of resources, and this fell.
Yeah, because once I talked about it, once that Sigma shield breaks, there's not really anything stopping the healers from taking damage or even getting flanked by Glacial. That he actually did a really good job on flanking, getting that initial pick. Oh, look at that, talking about initial pick.
Nova was kind of caught out in the middle of nowhere, but Glacial with some huge kills on the Juru and Deadlock, and now, okay, ults are coming out from SFG. It was looking hopeful for a moment, but SFG has stamped their foot down once again and forced them back to spawn.
Yeah, that was just such a good fight for SFG too. They only invested one ult.
Yeah,
literally one ult
came out from Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N there. Must have been a really good anti-nade from Pascal.
Yeah, there was a nice anti-nade catching off a lot of people. And now look at this, Target Acquire getting bullied out of his position. Can't really do anything against all this spam damage coming out from the side of SFG. And it was a good fight because, look, you only used Flux. You got both support ultimates and won the fight in a very high fashion. Now, Nova could easily just grab and end this right here.
Pascal with the aggressive Ana plays, taking down K Orange. Most of the healing for SFG is gone. Here comes the grab, and it is currently Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N looking just in complete control right now. Glacial is going to use his duplicate to try and take on Target Acquired himself. That's really funny, but he will eventually go down.
Yeah, that's a very delayed, kill right there too, because now Target Acquire is not going to be really getting in line aside with the point until like 20 seconds only left. And look at this, the only ultimate that, Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N have to work with is EOC's Flux. So either EOC lands a beautiful Flux here, brings it back, or nothing's going to happen. We will see a 3-0.
Okay, Target Acquired once again with an opening pick here onto Pascal, and AOC gets a rob kill on the Chishua as well. Now Jepic has to choose which one he wants to try and res, but now it's a little too late. Lubrical and Target Acquired continue to get picks. And it's looking like, especially with that late fill, that, oh my gosh, you see how close that Deadlock came to getting swept off of the map? That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been really, really awful. But I think,
are
they going to
SFG,
recontest?
They have chosen to not recontest here, and they're going to go ahead and take their chances on point B. But it got down to overtime, and Rialto's such a defensive-heavy map.
And you know, if you are SFG, you're still good because guess what? You still have your flux ready, and that's when it's coming out right now. But I don't think
Yeah, here
anybody will
comes
be
the
able to
plus.
follow up.
Yep, Jetpick
Oh,
goes down, and so does Jazza. EOC traded, but with Target getting the pick onto Pascal, this should be just Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N pushing the cart forward some more.
divided. I think I gave them the caster's curse. You know, every time I said they're not going to get a pick or something's not going to happen, they just prove me wrong. And this is why I love this squad of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N so much, because when times get desperate, when things need to happen, they connect. Target Acquire connects, Juro connects, EOC connects. So this is why I love watching this team, because they're such a clutch team. They always pull this thing right out their sleeve and just seem to win games that are not winnable.
Oh man, but Bob just kind of thrown out there manages to find K Orange. That is, I mean, I feel like that just can't happen as a Baptiste to get picked off by Bob just kind of thrown in the middle of your team like that. And that pick alone has forced Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N back.
Yep, and a lot of resets coming out, tactical resets, both from Deadlock and Target Acquire, because you don't want to waste any time. You only have about 60 seconds left by the time you even get close to the card. So any time wasted right now is not a good choice. But look at this. Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N might just be able to take this point back, because they have 3 ultimates to work with, one of them being Transcendence from Lupical, but on the side of... Oh. Okay.
That's unfortunate. Now the tricks continue to come in for SFG.
Yeah.
That is that's the fight. And now 30 seconds left on the card. I mean, silver lining, no ultimates were used on the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, so they still have one solid push to try and get across point B.
Yeah, Joshua does have their flux ready, so if Lupical could stay alive... Oh, Mo, never mind.
Joshua goes down, he threats back up, and he has his flux, but Lupical is there with the Transcendence, so a lot of it is coming down, but Deadlock's mines actually are massive. They find Joshua and Jetpick. Glacial trays out Juru, but Target Acquired with headshot, so that's what he says, so that's just a regular shot. Oops. Lupical continuing to get picks onto Pascal, and this is going to be Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N probably pushing up and capturing point B as well. But there's going to be a recontest. There's going to be a recontest here from SFG. Nova's bomb is nullified by the immortality field, and trades are coming in from both sides. But it's currently Jazza who got a 3K, and that is it. The recontest was successful from SFG.
The recontest right there looked kind of sloppy at the very beginning from SFG. There was some picks coming out, but for some reason, Jetpick was allowed to get inside the entire brawl, right, while facing 2 tanks, EOC and Deadlock, and got a res on Jazza. So questionable, but other than that, I think that whole push from the side of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N were really good. They came clutch when the time needed them to be, but it's just that it's not efficient when you're doing that. When you're wasting 4 minutes just banging your head against a wall, hoping for a mistake, positional mistake from the other side, and then when that comes down, you take the point. It's not really a efficient way of taking, you know, going about the game, because you're so dependent on this opponent making any positional mistake or catching them on mistake. Think, what if they just don't make it? You know, you'll be just wasting your time. So I feel like this squad of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N are not that comfortable playing aggressive. You want to play more reactive rather than, you know, just aggressive. So, and on the other side, if you're looking at SFG, they're perfectly fine playing this aggressive playstyle, and they win multiple times too. So really interesting play from both sides actually coming out. Like, they're showing a lot of good stuff, but I think SFG just have the better control and better understanding of how the situation will be going in this map.
Very interesting comp selection from SFG. They've gotten the double shield and the Torb, but they were not expecting that from Deadlock. Oh my gosh, Nova taking off the Rialto bridge. And that is, okay, good start there for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. Joshua goes down as well. Lupical finds Pascal, and alright, good start there.
I think Love Muffin are. I mean, SFGs are just having some fun at this point. They're just messing around a little bit because they know like the amount of lead they have is amazing, but they can't mess around too much because picks like that from Deadlock will come around and win them the fight.
Yeah, Deadlock now in a bit of trouble, pulled back, and now the tank line of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N are forced back into the safe embrace of the Immortality Field from K-Orange. They have backed up to the second corner now, but Juru has been swept up by Pascal and goes down. Beautiful sleep dart from the Ana player of SFG, and Glacial in the back has found target acquired. Deadlock finds Jazza in the other side, but SFG should be able to keep pushing up this point.
Yeah, they're in such good control right now. A lot of the members from Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N are missing at this point, so they're able to push this up easily without a contest from the side. And EOC, if they walk up, they'll just get burnt down very quickly.
Yeah, Pascal is the final blow onto EOC. Deadlock is there to keep contesting, and actually, oh my goodness, all the picks all of a sudden have come in for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N. I'm not even fully sure how that happened.
The whole hog might have been a bit too aggressive from the side of Deadlock, but it's still a good fight, a good win. But they wasted I believe, 3 ultimates right there, or 2 ultimates. If correct me if I'm mistaken. But now look at the side of SFG. They have some crucial ultimates like Bob and Flux ready. So as long as Lupico stays alive, they should be able to win this fight.
Bob has been committed from Jazza, and here comes the bomb.
Oh no!
Well. But the grab is there. The pulse bomb only is on to Lupico, who is transing. But now a great anti-nade and lift from SFG, and all of Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N hit the dirt.
I don't know if that was a miscommunication or just a misplay right there, but I don't know if you've seen it, Divided. There were 2 different resources committed right there, both Immortality Field and Transcendence, just to keep Deadlock alive. And you don't really want to do that when you know that your opposing Sigma has not ulted in the last 2 to 3 fights. So that's what really happened right there. Both of the things that, both the resources that could actually prevent a Flux from getting any value, the Immortality Field and a Transcendence, were both used right there before the ultimate even came out. So a bit of Pepega hands right there for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N, but I think from the side of SFG, you're really happy about this interaction. Oh my god, look at this anti-nade.
Jazza is just having so much fun right now on this Ash. The anti-nade is massive as well from Pascal. It is looking so bad right now if you're a Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N fan, as SFG just pushes on in. The picks, a couple traded back, but most
Jepic? What?
Jepic.
What are you doing?
Mercy is absolutely ready to go. Juru gets a pick on the Jazza, but gets traded out, and now we are into the last fight. This is it right here. Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N have to hold this point for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, or else their League 0 run is over.
I think this might be a close run for Love.E.M.U.F.F.I.N right there. I just don't see any way of them winning at this point.
Okay, Pulse Bomb misses. That's a good start. Lupico actually gets a pick off on the Jepic. The Mercy is gone. The Sig9 almost comes through, but even better are the 2 picks that come in because of it. All of the picks have come in for SFG, and the golden box of victory has been achieved. The San Francisco Glock will go on to the grand finals.
Wow, what a dominant way of entering that grand final, though. Like, the SFG definitely shown why they are the top seeding team right now, why you should really fear them in so many different situations. Like, I felt like majority of the time they were just messing around at this point and still winning the games that they were playing. It's because their synchronization with the team is just so good. I don't know if you realized, Divider, or the people who are watching, every single time there was a dynamite out from the side of Jazza, there was always a pull from Joshua. So that, these small things really matter in this level of gameplay, that, helping your Ash get more value out of this dynamite, helping them build Bob so much faster, they all add up. And this is why San Francisco Glock are so strong and are the top team at this point, because they are good at these granular things. They are good at the smaller detail, the finer details that really win you game over time, because the advantages just keep piling on and on and on. A good run from Love Muffin, but they just fell short in composition, in just singular talent, and uh, at this point, just a lot of weird mistakes that we shouldn't be seeing. Again, congrats, but divided, we have to pick a person to interview, and I just don't know who to pick from
Yeah,
SFG. It seems like everybody did good.
That's why I just asked who SFG wants to pick. Joshua says he wants to interview, so we can go with that.
Yeah, we
Of
could
course,
definitely go in with that.
fearless main tank player for SFG, also the manager of the team. So let's go ahead and get Joshua in here.
Yeah, we're just waiting for all the mods to do their little Discord magic and drag people back and forward. But
Maybe.
maybe. Do you want to do that?
I can get him in here, Joshua.
Yes. Use your powers, Pendy. Keep us alive. Oh, there you go.
Joshua,
oh my God.
hi. Oh, Mackenzie's also here. You're not on the team though.
Joshua told me to come here or something.
What's good? What's good?
Joshua DM'd me that he wanted me to do the SFG interview for some reason.
Yeah. Bakanji is on the team now, by the way. We didn't announce it, but he's like unofficial cheerleader.
That's not true, but okay.
I mean, it is in my eyes, So
Okay,
that's all that matters.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, of course, congrats on getting the win today. You were very pretty. I would say a pretty dominant victory, proving why SFG deserves a spot in the grand finals. How are you feeling right now?
It was pretty easy, so I don't know. I mean, it's cool, the redemption story, but we just gotta win the finals now, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this isn't. I want to know how many times has the San Francisco Glock scrimmed?
Okay, let's think this through. I think we did like maybe twice before the season started, and then I think we did one on, was it Sunday? Kanji, do you remember? I forget. We did one like the other day. It was like a week ago, but that was it. And we kind of just like I don't know. We didn't really do much in it, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, obviously a sort of almost no scrim team, but I do want to ask, how does it seem, even though you guys don't scrim very much, you do seem to play very well together. Why do you think that is?
I would say one, we're good friends, so we kind of just have fun. Like, I actually wish I recorded that match. Our comms are just pure chaos. Like, we literally weren't even trying. And also we're just individually better than everyone else. So, yeah.
Sai, do you have any questions?
I mean, what can I even say? Some words of fire coming out right here. I definitely like to hear some, professional crap talking. So thanks for giving us that, Joshua. But other than that, like, I was just going to ask, you guys look like you guys were memeing around, having a lot of fun, and seem to win games. Now, my last question is, like, going to this final, right? Do you have any doubts that you're not going to take this trophy, or you're not going to take this home all the way? Like, do you have any part in your mind, any doubts at all that something might fall short? What if Pascal wasn't here? Like, can you even play without him?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty realistic that we could like lose. I mean, I don't know. Like, it
I
kind
don't
of.
think we lose if we don't have.
I
Pascal.
mean,
we have tiny mid support, so like.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I think we kind of win no matter what. It just depends like how hard we're trying. Because like, if we meme and we're losing, we'll probably just try to like actually try. And if we try, like, we're just the best team. So like, there's no question we can win as long as we're trying. If it comes to that, that is.
All right. Last question before I let you go. Chengdu and Newt are currently still playing, so that game has not been decided yet. Of those two teams, which one would you rather face in the grand finals?
I would say Newts. I mean, honestly, I don't really care, but I kind of want to play against Newts. Me and Flaw decided we'll play Genji in the finals if we both face, so I kind of want to do that. But I think Chengdu win, because I don't think Newts is very good unless it's like a brawl meta, and it's not a brawl meta right now. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Joshua, and I guess Bakanji as well. Appreciate it. Congrats on the win, and have a great rest of your night.
Alright, thanks. You
Drop,
too.
drop the ego, focus on the grind.
Yeah, drop the ego, focus on the grind.
But thanks again for everybody who was watching us. If you're, if you still have time, definitely go over to the other stream, watch that Newt versus Chengdu Chats. I think that's a really good game to look forward to, and just know who else is going to the finals. But other than that, again, if you missed any games or you're looking forward to any games, check out League Zero's Twitter, this YouTube. Whoa. I'm thinking of everything other than what I'm supposed to think. But even the games we're not really streamed are up there, and you could just watch them. We even post highlights. So if you miss anything, definitely just go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. Other than that, my name is Sai. You could find me on Twitter at Sai Esports, and the man himself, Dividing, is here. So you can find Dividing on YouTube, Twitter, and your Twitch on the handle you see on the right side. So again, thank you so much for everybody watching. Have a rest of the great night, and hope you have a great weekend too. Stay tuned for games tomorrow.
See you guys.